What would you do if someone you barely knew started taking over your home, piece by piece, without ever raising their voice? I never thought I'd find myself in that exact situation, but that's what happened when my cousin Jake brought his girlfriend, Sarah, into our shared apartment. It was supposed to be temporary, a few weeks, maybe a month until she got back on her feet. But Sarah had other plans, and I was too slow to see them coming. I'm Emily, 27, a graphic designer scraping by in a cramped but cozy two-bedroom apartment in Chicago. Jake, my cousin, had been my roommate for years. We split the rent, the chores, the late-night pizza runs. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. Jake's a good guy, loyal, a bit too trusting, always quick to help. So when he asked if Sarah, his new girlfriend of 6 months, could stay with us after she lost her job, I didn't think twice. Sure, I said, picturing a quiet guest who'd sleep on the couch and be gone soon. I should have asked more questions. Sarah arrived with a single duffel bag and a polite smile. She was in her late 20s, with sharp eyes that seemed to take in every detail of the apartment. "Thanks for letting me crash," she said softly, her voice almost too sweet. I nodded, thinking she seemed harmless. Jake was smitten, carrying her bag to the living room like she was royalty. That first night, we ordered takeout, and Sarah was all charm cracking jokes, thanking me profusely, promising she'd be out soon. I believed her. I shouldn't have. The first sign of trouble came a week later. I walked into the kitchen to find my favorite mug, the one my mom gave me before she passed, sitting on the counter with Sarah's lipstick smudged on the rim. I froze. "Oh, sorry," Sarah said when I mentioned it, her tone casual. I didn't know it was special. She didn't offer to wash it. Jake just laughed it off, saying I was being territorial. I let it go, but something about her nonchalance stuck with me. Then the changes started. Small at first. Sarah rearranged the fridge, claiming it was more efficient her way. My yogurt got pushed to the back, behind her almond milk and kombucha. She started using my desk in the living room to job hunt, leaving her papers scattered across my sketches. When I asked her to tidy up, she'd smile and say, "Oh, I'll get to it," but she never did. Jake, ever the peacemaker, told me to give her time. "She's stressed," he'd say. "She's trying." But she wasn't trying. Not really. I'd come home from work to find her lounging on the couch, scrolling through her phone, the apartment a mess. She didn't have a job, didn't seem to be looking for one, yet somehow she was always busy claiming space. One day, I found her clothes in my laundry basket mixed with mine. "I thought we could save water," she said when I confronted her. I was too stunned to argue. Jake just shrugged, blind to the pattern I was starting to see. 3 weeks in, Sarah asked if she could use the guest bedroomy art studio for storage. "Just a few boxes," she said. I hesitated, but Jake begged me to be flexible. "It's temporary," he insisted. So I moved my easels and supplies to a corner of my bedroom, and Sarah's boxes took over the studio. Then she started sleeping in there, claiming the couch hurt her back. I didn't mind at first until I noticed the door was always closed, and my art supplies were pushed into the hallway. That's when I met Clara, our neighbor across the hall. Clara was a retired school teacher, sharp as a tack, with a knack for noticing things others missed. One evening, as I fumed about Sarah in the hallway, Clara leaned in, her eyes narrowing. "That girl's playing a long game," she said. "I've seen her type before. She's not just staying, she's settling." I laughed it off, but Clara's words stuck with me. She told me to watch Sarah closely, to check her story. "People like that don't move in by accident," she said. Clara's warning made me curious. I started paying attention. Sarah wasn't just using the guest room, she was redecorating it. My old curtains were gone, replaced with gaudy floral ones. Her clothes filled the closet. When I asked Jake about it, he looked confused. "She's just making a homie," he said. Homie? This wasn't her home. But Jake was under her spell, and I was starting to feel like a guest in my own apartment. The twist came a month later. I overheard Sarah on the phone, her voice low but clear. "Yeah, I've got it under control," she said. "By next month, I'll have the whole place." My stomach dropped. Who was she talking to? I confronted her that night, demanding to know what she meant. She didn't flinch. "You must have misheard," she said, her smile unwavering. Jake backed her up, accusing me of eavesdropping. But Clara's words echoed in my head. She's playing a long game. I started digging. I checked Sarah's social media, her old job postings, anything I could find. It wasn't hard to uncover the truth: been fired from her last 3 jobs for unprofessional conduct. One post from an old coworker called her manipulative and a leech. I showed Jake, but he brushed it off. "People exaggerate online," he said. I wanted to scream. How could he not see what she was doing? Then came the final straw. I came home one day to find my bedroom door locked. My bedroom. Sarah opened it, claiming she'd been organizing it for me. My clothes were in boxes, my bed stripped, and her yoga mat was spread out in the corner. "I thought you'd like a cleaner space," she said, her voice dripping with fake concern. I lost it. I yelled, demanding she leave. Jake stepped in, taking her side. "You're overreacting," he said. "She's just trying to help." That night, I slept on the couch, my own apartment no longer mine. Clara found me in the hallway the next morning, crying. "You need to fight back," she said. "This is your home." She told me about a time she'd faced a similar situation: a roommate who tried to push her out decades ago. Clara had won by standing her ground, documenting everything, and getting legal help. "You're stronger than you think," she said, handing me the number of a lawyer friend. I took her advice. I started documenting Sarah's actions, photos of her stuff in my room, screenshots of her phone calls, even recordings of her organizing excuses. I confronted Jake with the evidence, laying it all out. This time he listened. His face fell as he realized how far Sarah had gone. "I didn't see it," he admitted, his voice breaking. "I thought she needed us." Together, we confronted Sarah. I told her she had 1 week to leave, or I'd take legal action. For the first time, her calm facade cracked. She tried to argue, but Jake stood firm, finally seeing her for who she was. A week later, she was gone, her boxes piled in the hallway, her floral curtains left behind. The apartment felt like mine again, but the trust between Jake and me was frayed. We're working on it, slowly. Clara checks in on us, her sharp eyes now a comfort. Sarah's takeover taught me something vital. Home isn't just a place, it's a boundary you have to defend. Sometimes, the quiet ones are the most dangerous, slipping into your life like shadows. But shadows can't stand against light, and I found mine, thanks to Clara and my own stubborn heart. What would you do if your home was slipping away? Would you fight, or would you let go?